Hi guys, so I'm making a video and I haven't made one in a while, so I figured now is good as time as any. Got some time on my hands, so I am going to make a quick video on how I manage to make food for myself when I am disabled and chronically ill. So the last few weeks I have been able to move around much better, but I'm still having days where I'm struggling, and today especially I'm having problems with my feet and my legs, some neural problems with my hands and dropping things and my balance. So um, using the chair, I have my cane, really trying to stay out of the wheelchair if I can. So I'm gonna make today what I have been craving for like a minute. I had some kind of a rendition of it yesterday. I had just like a plain tomato sandwich, which was so good and brought me back to my childhood. But I've really been craving a BLT lately, like something fierce. And currently not eating meat because meat is really upsetting my stomach lately. Used to be full vegan, then went to vegetarian, did the keto thing, the paleo, low carb, Atkins, whatever. And now I just kind of eat what works and what will stay down for me because most of the time I have a problem holding anything down at all. So, um, plant-based eating seems to work better for me. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm just gonna, stick with it. And every now and again, I'll probably eat some bacon or some ribs or roasted chicken or steak because those are all like my favorite things. But um, yeah, I really pay the price when I eat those types of things, though. It hurts my stomach and makes me really sick. So, anyway, making a plant based BLT using Sweet Earth Benevolent Bacon. You see that there? Oh my gosh, you guys. A lot of people are really picky about their veggie bacon. This is one that I personally really like. I've yet to find another person that does like this veggie bacon, but for me, it's pretty darn good. It doesn't taste anything at all like regular bacon. I can't remember if this is soy. Where did that package go? And I'm all over the place because I'm like super brain foggy. But yes, so it does contain soy and vital wheat gluten and like all different other kinds of things. Nutritional yeast, seasonings, all of that. But it's relatively low in calories and low in fat. Does have some protein. So, uh, yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna make veggie BLT. It doesn't take too long. It's quick and easy. So here we go. Turn the oven on. Yes, and so in my house, up until I got sick, I did most of the cooking, and then my husband basically took over for me, which was awesome. But I do love cooking, and I love being in this kitchen. So if I need to sit in my chair or be stubborn and just cook through the pain or whatever, hell or high water, you're gonna have to kick me out of this kitchen. So this veggie bacon is like really super like wet. I think it's like a wet marinade that they put on here, and it's like kind of thin. So you want to be careful. I'm actually gonna about to burn my kitchen down because I got the stove on high, y'all, and that's not a good thing. So burn veggie bacon and then burn my kitchen down and be one sad panda because it's my favorite place to be. Okay, so we got like 4 slices of that veggie bacon in there, and grab some paper towel. I'm getting all fuzzy on my camera. This is like my first time doing this, y'all, so this ain't gonna be anything professional or anything like that. I like to call this my messy ass kitchen because that's usually what it is, having 3 kids and everything else. So, all right, so I've sprayed a little bit of Pam down on the pan before I threw that in there, and I got my stove on like medium-ish heat. Normally when you cook bacon, you use like metal tongs or whatever. I'm using a spatula because this veggie bacon is so flimsy. So we can just flip it over. And I don't want it like crispy the way that animal bacon gets, because it's real thin, real thin. But if you burn the veggie bacon, it don't taste very good the way that animal pork bacon does. So there's a little fun fact for you. And because I am the only one going to be eating out this, I have no problem putting my hands in the pan. But normally it's not something that I do when I'm cooking for other people. Okay. So we got that. You can use whatever kind of bread you want. I got this bread from Winco. It's like a seeded bread, but it's like, you know, when you get seeded bread at the store, it's usually like a whole grain or a whole wheat bread, and it's like a darker color. This is like a white seeded bread that looks like it also has some rye in it, so that's really good. And then of course I got some tomato. This is leftover from yesterday because I did make a tomato sandwich, which was delicious. And then I've got a fresh one here that hasn't been cut open. And of course mayonnaise. Yes, and I do like quite a bit of mayonnaise on my sandwich, so you do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And then I got pink Himalayan sea salt because that stuff is amazing, and of course ground pepper. Yum. So I'm super stoked to eat it. You can toast your bread or not toast your bread, whatever works for you. Me, I don't toast the bread with the BLT, mainly because I'm too tired to go reach over in that cabinet. And for two, I'm hungry now, not in 4.5 minutes when the bread is done being toasted. So I got my knife, and it's funny because my knife says cheese, but we're not using it for cheese today. We are using it for tomatoes. And these are just regular grocery store tomatoes. I'm moving my little cord over here. So these are just grocery store tomatoes. And I got this from Instacart. Instacart delivered me some groceries on Friday before my kids came, because right now I can't drive very far. I can't go into the grocery store by myself either because I'm sensitive to the bright lights, and I could have a seizure. So I'm not allowed to go into the store without adult supervision. Instacart is pretty freaking amazing, because the last few days I have just not had the energy for anything in this world. Now, I did clean my house the other day a little bit, and I think I used all of my spoons up. So now I got my leftover tomato from this. I'm going to put it back in my little dish from before. Boom, new leftover tomato. I can use that later on for another tomato sandwich or whatever. And like I said, this little veggie bacon, it don't take very long. I know I'm all over the place, but it don't take very long. Not when you don't want it like super crispy. Very thin, flimsy. It's the Vital wheat gluten in there, I think, that makes it like softer, maybe. I had no idea there was soy in it. I thought it was just the Vital wheat gluten. Again, I don't normally do this, but since I am the only one going to be eating this veggie bacon, I'm just sticking my hand in the hot pan like a smart person would. Don't do that at home. I have been cooking for a very long time. Got myself fair share of burns and scars from cooking and being silly like I am right now. So don't be sticking your hands in the pan. All right, so this veggie bacon is nice and hot. I got my tomato sliced. Now you can use, let me grab this here. You can use whatever kind of lettuce you want. This is leftover from last night, just regular old shredded lettuce. I'm gonna use that because it's open. It's leftover from last night, so it's gonna go bad before I open up my actual head of lettuce. So we had tacos last night, and that was real good. So veggie bacon, almost done. See it in the pan there. And like I said, see, it don't look like regular bacon, but it's good stuff. Trust me on that. I have eaten everything under the sun. Obviously, I like to eat. No shame in it. But I've eaten everything under the sun. I don't discriminate when it comes to food. I like it all, every type of cuisine. I have tried it. This right now just works for me. Works for what I have going on. And I know some of you people will either Lyme like I do or some other chronic illness. You definitely understand that. All right. So, making my sandwich. So I'm going to put this mayo on pretty heavy because that's the way I like it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just happen to like a lot of mayo. Now, I normally like a lot of mayo on my sandwich. I do. Not normally this much, but when it comes to a BLT or like a tomato sandwich, oh, yes. Heavy on the mayo, please. So I'm just going to take another tablespoonful, and I see it's starting to get a little too hot now. We don't want to get too hot. Now, I'm sitting down this whole time, y'all. I'm not getting up, running all over the place. No, no, no. When you have Lyme disease and you're trying to battle a flare-up, anyone knows that. Having your energy, brain fog, having no energy and brain fog, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You forget what the hell you're doing. And I got to ask my husband like 18 times a day, what did I come in here for? What am I supposed to be doing right now? It's ridiculous. So I'm putting some pepper on the bread, on the mayo. I like a little extra when we're doing the extra mayo too. And I take my pink Himalayan sea salt. I have this on coarse ground because I like little bits of salt in my sandwich. And you can put as much or as little as you like. I kind of go in between. I'm originally from New York and grew up in an Italian family, so we like to season and salt all of our stuff. Probably not the best for you, but you know what? I look at it like this. I've tried every diet out there and found out after the fact that my body just does not like to cooperate because I don't have a very good immune system. I don't have really good hormones and all that shit. So, oh, and I got a potty mouth, so I apologize if that offends you. I try to keep that in check when I'm doing my videos, but again, grew up in an Italian family. I'm from New York. I'm loud. I'm all over the place. So I'm just throwing some shredded lettuce on here. Kind of making it backwards right now, and I'm just doing that for the sake of time because I'm tired and I'm hungry. I want to eat this. And I try to use what I have that's left over and already like in a bag so that I can just do, this number, roll it up, throw a tie around it, throw a clip on it, pop it back in the fridge, and then I don't have to worry too much about the whole dishes situation. So I'm making my sandwich over here on the side of the stove because it's not really hot over here, and I'm doing it in reverse. So I'm throwing the lettuce on right now, and then I'm extra picky with my tomatoes. That one has like the little core in the middle, and I don't want that one. So I grab some that's like a little bit mushy, but a little bit firm. So we got the firm one. Oh, that looks so good. And we'll put that on there. Bum, bum, bum. So we got the tomatoes, and then we got the lettuce. And I'll grab my spatula and not stick my hand in the pan this time because that shit is hot. Hot, hot, hot. So we got the veggie bacon. And again, see, it's not crispy. It's like a little flimsy thing, and everyone's probably wondering, like, if you're not a vegan, vegetarian, or whatever, or you're not into the whole fake meat thing, it's probably not your cup of tea. You can use real bacon. I am not going to judge you for it. I don't care what you eat or do not eat. That's your business. That's your life. I don't care. This is what works for me. So I got my veggie bacon, I got my tomatoes, I got my shredded lettuce, a crap load of mayonnaise, some Himalayan pink salt, and some coarse black pepper. So, yum. Look at that. Messy ass kitchen, messy ass sandwich. I am going to need probably four or five napkins, I think. Now, on cooking shows, you see people like try it in front of you, take a big old messy bite and tell you how good it is. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. If you've ever seen me take a huge bite of anything I like, you know it's pretty awesome because everything goes everywhere. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spare y'all. But there you go. 15 minutes. BLT. You can do the same thing with regular bacon. You can use probably, I've seen vegetarians use eggplant bacon if you want like a different alternative or whatever. But this is, yeah, yum. So I'm going to go eat. Bye, guys.